Hey guys, good. I don't even know what time it is. We've had a busy, full, early day today. We were up about 5:30. Yeah, about 5:30 for morning feeding. Autumn did great. I fed her about, like midnight. No, it was like 1 o'clock in the morning. And then she didn't wake up until about 5. So it worked out good. I was actually just reading through the comments. I'm pumping, in case you can hear the pumping noise, but I was reading through the comments and I got even more tips about breastfeeding. I was reading I need to drink Gatorade, just stay hydrated. I've been drinking, I've had water galore. I'm a water drinker just in general, but I've actually heard that from you guys that Gatorade's supposed to be really good too, so I'm gonna check out that. And then there's lactation cookies, so I need to look up a recipe for that. We're going grocery shopping probably tomorrow. The rest is taking a nap right now, or else we probably would have gone today. But lactation cookies, I want to see about that, and just a few other things to try and get my supply up. The good thing is even though I'm not producing a ton, like to keep her fed, I am producing still. And what's really hard to increase your supply is when it's decreased to the pretty much nothing. And I still am producing some, just not a lot. And I'm just afraid, like what happened with Maddie is going to happen with Autumn. The bigger she gets, the more she drinks, the less I'm going to produce, because she's just going to be so hungry. She's used to the bottles. So we are using the Playtex bottles. I actually have one here, the Playtex nursers. So they do have big wide nipples on them, and they are all slow flow. That was another tip that I got from you guys, to keep her on slow flow as long as I can, so she builds up the strength when she's sucking to continue to latch and have more power when she's sucking at the breast. And yeah, so, and it's the full-size nipples, so it's like the one that kind of like hugs her mouth. We initially had the little bottles of formula that we were supplementing from the hospital, and we switched to these because we used these with Maddie and we loved them. So anyway, we have those. And then, what's wrong? I also got the tip to pump throughout the night, which I have to admit I have been bad at, because I will nurse her in the middle of the night and supplement, but most of the time, I can't even lie, I don't pump because I'm just exhausted. She's lucky she gets nursed in the middle of the night because I'm so tired. So yeah, I have not been the greatest at that, so I'm gonna work on that starting tonight and just suck it up and do it. So thank you guys again. I know I've talked about breastfeeding in every single vlog the last 2 weeks nearly, and I know that a lot of you, even though you're moms and you're supportive, and I'm sure some of you aren't moms and you watch my vlogs for other reasons than you're a mom and care about breastfeeding. So I appreciate everyone's support, everyone's kind comments, and you know, I thought breastfeeding is such a huge topic in general, whether you're for it or completely against it. There's so much controversy surrounding it, which I think is absolutely crazy. I think it's a natural thing and people shouldn't be afraid to talk about it or be around it. I mean, I don't think it's something that anyone should be ashamed of, but unfortunately our society has kind of made it something that moms should not be ashamed of, but can be ashamed of. Just like I'm kind of a little weary about, you know, actually breastfeeding in public, and I refuse, unless I'm in a place that has a nursing room or something. I don't mind that, but just to be walking around, it makes me uncomfortable, and I know it makes a lot of other people uncomfortable, which is very unfortunate because it is a part of nature and what we're supposed to do as moms, or what our bodies were built to do, not necessarily what we're supposed to do. So I really do appreciate everyone's kind words and support and kind comments and, you know, constructive criticism on what I could be doing better or what I should work on and stuff. I really, really appreciate it, because I thought for sure I was going to get, you know, negative comments or something regarding what I'm doing and how I'm handling things, and not one single one. So I'm very, very grateful. I love you guys to death, and I appreciate all of the words of encouragement and support. It really, truly means a lot to me. So we were up this morning early for early feeding, and then we got Emmy had grandparents breakfast today, so my mom and my mom and my grandma went to have breakfast with her this morning at school, so they picked her up early and she had so much fun. I can't seem to insert pictures in my videos anymore, so I don't know what's going on. I need to look into that, but they took a picture and Emmy had such a good time with them. She just absolutely adores my mom and my grandma. So that, and then we took Maddie, and Autumn had an appointment this morning for her PKU. I don't know if you guys know what that is. We didn't end up having to do it because we went to the appointment, and it turns out her pediatrician does it at the office, which works out better because I was going to have to help hold her at this lab place that we went to, and that wasn't happening. I wasn't gonna be able to do it. So yeah, she'll get her PKU at her appointment on Friday. And then we came home and Andres went to go take a nap. I'm pumping, Autumn's taking a nap, and that's about it. We're just gonna have a pretty chill day. I have my 2-week postpartum checkup, which typically is at 6 weeks if you have a vaginal delivery, but because I was a C-section, I have mine at 2 weeks. So I'm doing good. My swelling has completely gone down. I've done good. I definitely want to do a postpartum update. I think I want to do, I kind of want to do a 6-week postpartum update just because that's the typical of what's going on. But I feel like I should do a 2-week postpartum update just because a lot has changed in the last 2 weeks. I mean, I know you guys can tell from just my mannerisms and my attitude and everything in general. I'm feeling a lot better. I still am taking a Motrin once to twice a day just to kind of kick out that last little bit of pain, but I'm able to get in and out of the car fine. I can go up and down the stairs slowly. I can go down them fine. Up them I go a little slower, but I can get up them. I've been doing good. You know, I can't really complain. It took me a solid 2 weeks to feel better with Maddie, and I'm at a solid 2 weeks with Autumn. So yeah, everything's been going great, so I don't anticipate my postpartum appointment today anything negative happening. I am going to talk to her about breastfeeding to see if she can recommend anything that I'm not doing. But yeah, that's about it. And then we'll probably have leftovers for dinner. We have spaghetti left over from a few nights ago. The tater tot casserole, we have some of that left over as well. And just try and kind of clear out the fridge. I'll have to show you guys when we go down later how actually bare our fridge is right now, because we cleaned it out before we went to the hospital as much as we could, and then coming back from the hospital we've done really good. We've only ate out once in the 2 weeks we've been home, or the 2 weeks since she's been born. We've only had out to eat food one time, which is great. We hardly ever do that. At least a few times a week we eat out, and so once in 2 weeks is amazing for us. So yeah, we've just been kind of clearing everything out, and it looks bare, like we have zero food. So definitely some grocery shopping is in need. And looking at the time here, I think I've talked for about 10 minutes now, which is crazy. So I will pop back on later when I have more interesting things to say. We are here for my 2-week postpartum checkup, and we have an angry baby and a big sissy trying to help her. Like you can see her in the mirror, she is hangry. This is what she is. She's hangry. Guess who we ran into at
of all places at the doctor's.
at the gynecologist's office. Mom, I walked out, I was like, hey, I recognize you. What are you doing here, Mom? Dinner is leftover turkey spaghetti. Turkey meat sauce with spaghetti, well, penne, and some apples. And the girls are having leftover tater tot casserole with apples. That's what they chose.
It's even good with the apples all in one.
Okay. Is it good, Maddie?
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah. Good. I love using leftovers. I hate, like, we finished the spaghetti. We're almost done with the casserole. Yeah? What? We don't talk about that at dinner table. So we're home now. It's about 6:30. We're kind of just waiting around for bedtime. Bedtime is like a happy time in this house at this point, definitely. We finished up dinner and everything. It was really good. Now Autumn and I are just chilling on the couch, and the girls are playing in the playroom, watching TV. That playroom has been amazing, and especially since we've got our staircase cut out, because I can kind of see what they're doing. They're watching Disney Junior or Nick Jr., one of the two. And we're just kind of here. Andres is fixing one of his friend's laptops. And that's about it. I'm kind of waiting for Autumn to wake up so we can nurse and pump and get about the night. You know what I'm saying? There's a big brother tonight. The season's almost over. One more week. I cannot believe that. And I don't know who I'm rooting for. I kind of still am rooting for James. Spoiler, if you don't want to see, if you are several weeks behind and you're not caught up, don't listen to the next like minute. I'm going to talk about Big Brother real quick. I was a real big fan of James and Natalie. And then when him and Natalie started to get into the fight, the last few episodes, into that big fight, I kind of lost respect for Natalie a little bit. She was showing her true colors, and I really thought her feelings towards him were genuine, and they seemed kind of not so genuine, and he seemed legitimately hurt by what she was saying, and she didn't really seem to care. And so it was kind of sad to see that. Like, I really felt sorry for him. So I'm still rooting for him, even though he can't win a competition to save his life. Poor James. And of the people who are left as of today, which tonight, one of them, they're final 4 now, one of them's leaving tonight. So by the time you guys are watching this, one of them will be gone. But I'm kind of still rooting for like James and Nicole. I am not the biggest fan of Paul, but I do think of everyone that was left as a final 5, Victor should have won. I thought he played the best game as far as competitions, and he got voted out twice and got back in twice, and I think he played the best game overall. He was pretty honest and stuck to his word even when people were playing him behind his back and stuff like that. He got voted out. I think Paul, out of the final 4, Paul is the next person that deserves to win, but he's not my favorite person. Nothing against his person, nothing against him as a person. He's just a little mouthy for me. I don't know. So I guess because I had watched previously Nicole and James on their seasons, and they kind of stole my heart from the get-go. So I'm still kind of rooting for them, but I think if they won it, it would be kind of a given season, because neither one of them have really done that much, especially James, the entire season. So of who's left, I think Paul deserves to win, but who I want to win is James or Nicole. So we'll kind of see in a week. And then the new Fall Big Brother comes on next week as well. I think we're going to subscribe so we can watch it, just to kind of get an idea of what it's about. It's like $5 a month, nothing big. So I don't know if I checked in after, I don't even know, I can't even remember half of what I say anymore. But I don't know if I talked about my postpartum appointment or anything, but it went well. She took off my steri strips, which I have sutures in my incision, sutures, and then I had staples. The staples got removed at the hospital and they replaced it with steri strips, which are like super adhesive band-aids for wounds, and or surgical wounds. And then so my OB took that off today. She said it looked great, you know, keep it clean and dry. No issues. I have another follow-up appointment with her in 3 weeks. To date, I have lost 26 pounds, 25 and some change, almost 26 pounds since I had Autumn, or like from what my last day of pregnancy weight was, or the day that I delivered. 26 pounds. I really have not been doing much for that, which is awesome. And I am 9 pounds away from my pre-pregnancy weight. So more than likely in the next couple weeks, that'll kind of just melt off as well. Because a lot of it was like just water weight and stuff like that, I know. So I'm really happy. I still am going to do a labor and delivery story and a postpartum story just in general for those of you that don't follow my vlogs regularly. So look out for that. I'm feeling a lot better. I mentioned that to you guys earlier. So more than likely when Andres goes back to work this next week, it'll be one of those things, like it'll just be Autumn and I here at home. So I'll probably film videos when it's a little bit easier and I'm not as sleep deprived. So yeah, still just waiting around. 6 minutes later of rambling, waiting around for bedtime.
So we're doing my hand. So just like this. Boy, 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 boy.
Ouch.
I'm sorry.
I think you're sorry.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Are you holding your own bottle? Are you already that big? You're holding your own bottle, huh? How cute.
Can I see it tomorrow? Can I see it tomorrow? Can I see it tomorrow?